Sarah Mary Toce is the New England Life and Leadership Project Director for National Right to Life Committee. She spoke with Carol Lee about the pro-life movement and why young people should get involved.
So we're joined by Sarah Mary Toce, who is with Pulse, which is a pro-life youth ministry company, really, that was based nationally. And you're a gift to Massachusetts. And I want you to explain how you got here and what it is that you do for our youth in the pro-life ministry.
Sure. So I was working with Louisiana Right to Life for about a year and a half when I decided to pursue my Master's of Divinity at Boston College School of Theology and Ministry. And so when I informed my organization that I was leaving, they asked me to stay on with a national collaborative effort that we had begun probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So a gentleman passed away in Louisiana and left us funding for national youth education. We teamed up with National Right to Life. We called it the Life and Leadership Youth Initiative, but the specific events and what we have titled the movement is called Pulse. So when I moved out to Boston, I kept up the initiative, the youth education. I've spoken to quite a few schools in Massachusetts and Vermont, and I've been invited into a few rallies in Rhode Island. And so yeah, we're just keeping the movement going up here in the New England area.
And we are so lucky to have you. I have to say, I went to BC, so so glad that you're an Eagle.
Yeah.
But it's so great to have somebody young and dynamic talk to our youth, because you know, I could say whatever I want until I'm blue in the face to my teenage son, and he's like, I've heard it. But to have somebody young come in and talk to kids is just such a gift, like I just mentioned.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, it's a gift to me. You know, I begged the Lord for a long time to serve His kingdom, and this is where He asked me to go, and it's just been a very natural fit. And just being with the students, watching the way that they allow truth to transform their lives and their openness, and showing them that this is not a cruel movement. We care about women, and we care about them more than abortion clinics do. And we want to offer real solutions to real problems and stop band-aiding things. And I think that the students really feel called up, you know, to step up for women and step up for unborn babies. And it's just been such a joy. It's been a joy for me, a gift for me.
So what do you teach them? You teach them, so okay, somebody says, well, you know what, pro-life movement, you don't like women, and you want to keep women down. So what's their response to be?
Well, so what we teach our students is that, you know, the biggest issue of the whole pro-life movement is that if the fetus is in fact an unborn human being with rights as any other person has, then there is no reason for abortion. But that doesn't negate the fact that women find themselves in complex situations that need to be tended to compassionately, and where we're going to have to get our hands dirty to solve these problems politically, locally, in our churches. And so, you know, we respect women more because we don't treat fertility like a disease or a baby like a symptom. You know, we give fertility its rightful place in a woman's life. It's to be respected and reverenced, and we want to offer women real solutions to their problems, not just placate them.
What's your response been from teens? Because I feel like, as an old lady, that we just missed the boat or didn't get it, and I feel like this younger generation coming in with all of the technology at their fingertips cannot be fooled the way my generation was fooled.
Sure. So, you know, the biggest thing is that the pro-choice, pro-abortion movement tends to fight on emotions. They tend to fight on a lot of emotions. And, you know, we can give students, like you said, it doesn't matter who it comes from, you can give them all the facts you want. But if you're not getting their heart, if you're not moving them to see the big picture, it's useless. You know, we have to prove that we care, that we're involved, that our movement has been a good movement, because we've done things wrong before. And so the response with the students, you know, I watch their minds start to work. I see things click, and I watch them at least engage in conversation with me, which is more than I could ask. You know, even if they're fighting back a little bit, it's welcomed. I welcome that because their minds are moving. And, you know, even when they disagree with me, they've at least thanked me for the way that I present it. You know, because this is not an attack on anybody else's opinion. This is just a firm and compassionate stance on mine.
Do you think they recognize the truth, though, more so than we could have recognized 20 years ago?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I mean, with ultrasounds and with you know, just modern science, the embryology, there's literally a flash of light that happens when a sperm meets an egg and an embryo.
Cool. Yes.
You know, so absolutely, you know, but it's a matter of, but if you, even when you give them the science, if they're still more inculcated with this idea that the woman's situation, her rights trump the baby's, then their emotions get away with them and they don't think, and science doesn't matter anymore. But when you show them that our movement cares about both, and more so, their hearts are drawn in. And yes, I mean, they are open to letting the truth transform their lives.
What do you want parents to do? How can we get involved in Pulse? How can we bring this to our high schools?
Yes.
And not just Catholic high schools, right? I mean,
Right,
public
no.
schools,
Yes.
church groups, how do we get involved?
Everything. This is a human rights issue. We treat it as such. Please look us up on our website, www.pulsenewengland.com. I'm also on Catholic Radio's calendar, so there's information there about our events. I'm happy to come to you in service of you. I am free of charge. This event, if you come to the day event, only costs $15, and we'll write it off if you can't afford it. So we just want to be of service to all students everywhere.
God bless you for your work, and He's really chosen you. He has really chosen you. We really appreciate your witness.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
I
for
really
joining
appreciate
us.
it. My pleasure.